It all comes down to our perception, our view on this world, how we see the world. And if we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. It all comes down to the thoughts we think, the actions we take each day that help us better to get towards the tomorrow that we want most. Do we want to catch the boomerang we're throwing now to our future self? Just like the boomerang we threw 2 years ago to ourselves now. All the actions that you have taken in your life have led you up to this point in your life. It is nobody else's fault but yourself. And I've done bad shit in my life. I don't have any regrets because I would not be the person that I am today. I would not have made the growth. The person that I am today, I am insanely proud of. I'm working 2 jobs. I've started my own business. I'm making a little bit of money. I got my own car. I got a beautiful family. And it comes down to being grateful for what you have. And what I had the realization with is that I have to let death be my greatest teacher. Because for the small fraction of time that we're here, we're able to experience thought. We're able to experience emotion. Through that, we can create our own personal destiny. We can follow our dreams. It is just up to the actions that we take today to make a better tomorrow. I don't see a point in having all of this knowledge without sharing it to people. And many might not see this. Nobody might see this. But I know that I'm trying my best and that there's nothing else I can do if I'm trying my best, because I don't regret any of it. And back then, years ago, I may not have been trying my best. I'm 18 now. I've done a shit ton I'm proud of. I love who I am. But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done on myself, on my business, on becoming a better person. I can't put to words how grateful I am for the things that I've done, for the people around me, having a great family, some great friends. But a large impact on my life was realizing that there's a difference between having a friend and having an associate. An associate is with you for what's there. They might not be there to ride the bus with you, but they'll definitely be there to ride the car with you. A friend is that person who does both. A friend is that person that's there for you, that understands you. I have some great brothers and some people that I call family. And they may not be blood, but they're family. They're family. But I find that the largest part to my growth was finding myself. I've been meditating for around a year now. Currently, I'm meditating 3 times a day. I'm journaling every single day since October 14th, 2023. Philosophy has taken over. I might not be a religious person, but I believe in a higher being. I believe in something greater, which has allowed me to experience these deeper emotions. And by believing in something greater, than ourselves that we can't put to words, we become something more. It opens up opportunity and possibility. And the opportunity that we have right now, with the awareness that we hold, is not going to be the same as it is tomorrow when we wake up. It's going to be completely different. And so we have to take the chance while it's still here, because we might have this idea that pop into our head and say, maybe I should start this business. Maybe I should start a clothing line. Maybe this is the exact idea that I want, and I want to pursue this, and I want to make $1 million on it. That idea comes into your head, but you're still too lazy. You did not take any action on this. And I've experienced this myself. Maybe not with that exact same analogy, but I've experienced that exact same feeling, that exact same thought process. It went in one ear and out the other ear. I've heard it, but I didn't have the same awareness the next day, because I look at it months later and I see somebody else has created that exact same idea. Somebody has done that exact same thing. But it's just because I did not take the action on it. It comes down to the actions that I do create my being. We're known for the actions that we do. Nobody knows what is going on inside. Nobody else knows who we are. Nobody else knows our capabilities. It is only up to thyself to prove to ourselves that we can do it. We have the opportunity, we have the time, and we have everything at our fingertips to create. We are creators. I can go over there, I can walk. I can go pick up the t-shirt on my table. I can put my glasses on. I can create a multi-million-dollar business with the time that this higher being, to be around something this great, has given me. You know, nothing built this. Nothing built this. It's me building up the small wins every single day to get the big win of the result. You know, it really just comes down to the input that we put in. You know, 3 years ago when I started working out, it was a thing to look like this. And if I knew that I was going to look like this 3 years ago, I would have put in a lot more effort, you know, to see the even more results that I could have had today. I would have been training it even more. And same goes for business. Same goes for anything else you want in life. You have to have the small wins that add up to make a big win. You know, it's the day that wins the week. It's the week that wins the month, and it's those months that win the year. And when you keep building up those small ones, when you keep building up all these wins together, you feel successful. And no matter what the result may be, no matter if there is no result at all, you know that you have tried your best because you have given that word deep down in yourself, and you believe in you. That is the biggest thing, of self-belief. If we're constantly thinking the thoughts, you know, I can't do this, you know, all these self-limiting beliefs, that only limits ourselves. And you know, that's the part where I talked about having a friend and having an associate. We want to be our best friend. We don't need to have all the friends. We don't need to have all the associates, because we need to be comfortable in our own skin. We need to be comfortable with who we are. If we're constantly searching everything outside of us and looking for that one result, we're going to get nowhere in life. It all comes down to who we are and being comfortable in our own skin, because if we're not comfortable in our own skin, then who's to say we can achieve these dreams, to achieve these goals that we have? You know, who are you? What will you do to get to that goal? Will you be working in and out every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning? No, you won't, because I will outwork you. I will outwork you. If you tell me that you're going to train harder than me, if you tell me that you're going to work harder, I will work 10 times harder. And it's not a competition. It's just because I know deep down my heart is different than your heart, and I'm going to work 10 times harder. If it means working 16-hour days on business, if it means meditating, if it means running 10K, if it means working day in and day out to achieve something greater, then I will do it. I know I have goals, and what helped me is monk mode. I have been on around 6 monk modes. I started off on 30 days, then I got into 60 days, and then I got into 90 days, and then at each one I would have 5 principles for myself that were non-negotiables, 5 principles that I had to go day in and day out, that were I had to do it no matter what. And if I failed, I'd redo that. You know, one failure, it's all about sticking to your word, because if you say something and you say that you're going to do it, get to it. Do it. Don't tell yourself that you're going to do something and not do it, because when you let that voice in there, when you let that voice in you degrade you and create those losses, that is up to you. That is up to nobody else, because you have taken that and you've agreed to it. You have agreed to that, and you set your standards so low that you lose over and over and over again. Do you really want to live this way? Or do you want to grow? You know, I may not be a millionaire, but I goddamn will be. I know I am. I know my dreams, and I know exactly what I need to do to get there. You know, I've been working on this business for around 6-7 months now, and I've been putting in input every single day. And I might not be where I am, where I want to be, but I know where I will be. I know where I want to be a day from now. I know where I want to be a week from now. I know where I want to be a year from now, months from now, a decade from now. Know what you want, and don't let anybody get in between you and that. You know, people are going to have opinions, and people are going to cast their beliefs onto you based on their experience. But do not let that define you. Do not let somebody else's opinion on life define your goals. Because you can create. You are a creator, and they are a creator. But it's up to you to see that. You know, they may not see their potential, but you know yours. I know mine, and you know yours. Don't take anything for granted, because things are going to pass by. Things really will pass by. Whether it's that last goodbye, or that's the first hello, whether you're having a shitty day, or whether you had the best day. There's a positive and negative to everything. But it's just in our way we see it. Like I said, it's just in our way I see it. It's just our perception, our point of view. It's about seeing things objectively, taking a step back from what that third person would see. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're born, we live up to 10 years old. We're not doing this kind of work. We're living with no care in the world. We all have the inner child, but through this process of domestication, we learn how to say no. We learn rules. We live by these rules. We're casted by the teachers that set simple limitations on us. But do we want to stay with those? Or do we want to be our authentic, true selves? Do we want to be working that 9 to 5? No. Do we want to go to school? Do we want to be in debt for the rest of our life? No. Nobody wants that. But it comes down to what you are doing. If you're not doing anything, nothing's going to be done, because a do needs doing to be done. Are you going to do it? Really? Are you going to do it? Because I know I am. I know I'm working 2 jobs. I know I'm putting in the work. I know what my level of heart is. And I know when I stop, I very well know that I try my best. Be impeccable with your word. Try your best. Set these agreements with yourself, and don't stop. Don't leave shit half-assed. Do your best. Really, do your best. Because if you walk away and you look back and you know you did your best, there's nothing to cry about, because you know you did you. My name is Colby Robinson, and I have a dream. And I'm going to be posting these videos pretty frequently. This is my first one, and I just hope that it reached somebody's eyes who needed to hear this. I'm 18 years old. I live in Ontario, Canada, and I'm here to make a difference. And whether it reaches 1 million people, whether it reaches 100, whether it reaches 2, nobody even. I'm posting this for the eyes that need to see this. From the perception that may be lost. If you're lost, find yourself. Sit down for 10 minutes a day with your eyes closed. And don't analyze your thoughts, but see them objectively and analyze your actions. Look at the actions that you're doing and think before you do it. Because when you feel stuck, you're limiting yourself to that box. People will say, oh, it's all the mindset. You have to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to wake up at 5 in the morning. Well, yeah, I wake up at 5 in the morning. But again, a mindset, it's like a lamp in a box. The lamp only lights up so far in this box, where you're only certain beliefs are coming in, certain thoughts are coming in, because you've limited yourself to this. A poor person's mindset versus a rich person's mindset, they're very different. The way I like to look at it is an outlook. By having that outlook on life in general, it's like a laser. You point that laser forward, you know exactly where you want to go, and anything around it you can pick up on, because that only adds to your light. You're not a lamp, you're a laser. Stay focused, stay hard, as always. Thank you.